That up there. What's going on, y'all? Your ROZ. I've been sitting here going through my mind about some things, and I needed to, you know how I do. It's Roz'S World, so I get to come on here and I got a story. There's a lot of things going on in this head of mine, and my heart still got a couple places that needs to mend. And I'm sitting here in the shop. It's not busy today. It's not really busy, but it's all right. I still got a vision, right? As long as I can see that, I'm good. But today I want to have a discussion about something that's kind of I've been fighting with for not fighting with, but I've been working on for a minute. And let me cut this light down, some y'all. Hold up, that's just bright in my damn face. And what I've come to realize is that maybe a lot of my issues, not issues, but maybe a lot of my interactions with folks is more um, misunderstandings because where I come from and how I think that things are simple most of the time, right? And the one thing that gets under my skin. What's going on, y'all? I can't touch the actual phone right now because I'm on two different platforms. But today I want to talk about what is your idea of a friend. We use that word so much, so often. It is so misunderstood. It is so misused, even to me. So I say, okay, how do somebody show up as a friend? Because people are quick to say, hey, friend, hey, friend, hey, friend. I'm not a friend. Stop calling me that. Somebody actually got offended because I said, stop calling me friend. It's already in more ways than I can, you know, explain it. But so I'm gonna give y'all a story. That's how we're gonna broach this, right? And I talk to myself when I'm going through these epiphanies or whatever you want to call it. And I said I was going to look up the word to see what it actually means. Because let's see what Webster think a friend means. And I'm going to give you my point of view. And then we're going to go to the streets, see what they think. Because that's one of the most misused words I've ever come across besides love. Those are two of the most misused words I've ever been in contact with. Why is that? How the hell I know? I'm asking you. I'm just going from my own point of view. So I asked you Facebook and Instagram, and I asked you TikTok. What is a friend? What is a friend to you? Because I think relationships fail because there's a lack of understanding of each other and lack of communication. So if I don't know that is your idea of a friend, how will I respond? I'm just doing my friend shit. And my friend shit don't do that. So let me ask you, real talk. This is a story, right? Few years back, man, there was a little couple little issues going on, and I had this buddy. We can't even call her a buddy at this point. I don't even know what, but let's just say for shits and giggles, let's just say Her name is Tracy. And Tracy was a friend of mine for a long time, like 25, 30 years. Hold tight. Hold on, yo. Y'all about to get cut off. Hang tight. Just stay right there. I'll be right back. We got a plan B. And C, D, E, F, and G. So we just need to get us a extension cord. Hang tight. I'm coming. But I thought I had an extra. Let me see if I got one under here. Nope. So I'm gonna have to put this up here, y'all, so I can plug it up because I didn't plug it up like I was supposed to. So I might have to spin it right here for a minute. So I'll just stay tuned for a minute till I get myself together here. Oh, here we go. There we go. Told you I had plan B, didn't I? So hang tight. You know, this is live, so you know stuff happens when it's live, Jack. Y'all just hang tight. Be quiet. Don't say nothing, just chill. Try to get this thing together, boo-boos. Because I sure messed that up. So hang tight. There we go. All right, so we plug it back up. All right, hang tight, y'all. I'm seeing it work. Oh, there we go. Now I'm back. Thanks for waiting. So here, let me get to the story, right? So where was I at? Okay. So I was at the friend named Tracy. Friend's name is Tracy. Let's just say the friend's name is Tracy for shits and giggles. Now, this has been a friend for a long, long time. And in the midst of a crisis, this friend, or so-called, there's some unimaginable moves in that process. And to the day, I do not understand why they would do something like that. This is a story, true story though. It's based on real shit, y'all, all right? And this is all part of the Roz'S World concept because sometimes I don't get a chance to tell my story. Because everybody want to sit me down and shut me up, but that ain't happening. This is you're gonna get it straight here from the goat itself. I don't understand what people's ideas of friends are. I don't know how they function in their friendships. I see people killing their friends. I see people cheating with their friend's spouse. I see friends being envious and jealous. I mean, I'm using that word friends not to be smart, but just to show you how misused and how much is being used in context. When you speaking to somebody, you quick to call somebody your friend. What is your idea of a friend? Who in your space right now that you can call and know they'll be there without a shadow of a doubt? We ain't talking about your mama, your daddy. We ain't talking about your sister, your brother. We talking about, and they can be your friends. We talking about your comrades, people you hang out with, the people you giving all that love and attention to. Who giving it back to you? So getting back to the story, So about a long time ago, I was going through this bad breakup, right? And there was a third party, but to my defense, the third party was just that, a third party. There was no bullshit going on, just a third party. And I must admit, there are some times where I have made some judgments that may not have been suitable for someone else's taste. But I guarantee you, I promise you, and everything that I love, I never did nothing intentionally. It was never something I sought out to do. It was not something that I concocted. It just, the flow of life happens. Choices were made, things were done. But in the essence, in the context of a friend, what kind of friend will tell some damaging shit to your spouse, your girlfriend, or your boyfriend, or whatever your partner is? You hear them say some of the most damaging shit in this already horrific situation. You hear this person who's your friend for all this time saying shit that you would have never thought they would say, making it seem like something that it wasn't. And when I confront it, or let's just say they say it ain't me, because let's just say it ain't me. Let's just say it's somebody else. No, fuck, it's me. Come on, let's stop playing. When I confronted this friend about the conversation, unbeknownst to her, I had already known what was going on because I heard with my own ears. Pookie and them ain't tell me. JJ and them ain't tell me. Rasheen or Tommy, no, nobody told me. Roz heard for her own self in the flesh. You think about this. You got a friend you had for 25 years plus, and you overhear a conversation with your friend and your spouse or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whoever it is. And this friend says something in a way that makes it dirty when she know it wasn't. Why would you think they do that? Everybody asks this question. Not everybody. A lot of folks ask me this question. Why would she do that? I'm like, why are you asking me? That is not a friend to me. If you can say something damaging in the crisis of my life when you could have not. That shit has haunted me for a long time because I can't understand it. And things that I don't understand, they bother me. Especially when it's me that needs the understanding, because I'm like, what in the world would I have I done to you that would make you throw me under the bus? Like I was doing something wrong when this person knew that it may have been an issue, but I was struggling with my feelings, not with my act. I was struggling with my emotions. I was never struggling with what I was going to do with those emotions, but this person made it seem like I did and I would. This was my friend. It ain't rabbit ears, goddamn. Those are quotes. I haven't been able to settle myself with that, guys. I haven't been able to do that. And I prayed on it. I drank on it. I smoked on it. I ate on it. I slept on it. I did all that shit. It just doesn't sit right with me. And this ain't kind of no kumbaya moment. It's reflection, basically. Because I searched my soul and I searched my memory bank and I searched what would I have done to make her do that? in the name of friendship. What kind of friend is that? Maybe you guys can explain that to me, because I have not in all these years been able to figure out why they would do that. Why would you deliberately tell my peoples or your people something that you knew would hurt the situation even more than what it already was, but the way you made it seem dirty. Ulterior motive. I'm fed up with y'all. I've been hearing a lot of songs lately that's been giving me cause to pause again and ask these questions, because I still to this day don't want you to do some shit like that. The one person in the world that knows a lot about you, the one person in the world that knows some of your secrets, not all of them, just enough. The one person in the world that could have changed the whole dynamic chose not to. I don't think I deserve that. I don't think I deserved a friend like that. But then I thought about something. Hmm. She didn't even come to the wedding. Last minute, she couldn't come to a destination wedding. She's broke. Or something happened. I don't know. I might be wrong about that. So let's take that back. It might not have been the money part at that time. It might have been something else. What kind of friend does that? I feel foolish. I feel used. I feel like I was taken advantage of. I would have never, ever, ever even considered smashing her name. The loyalty, I still don't even know what that is to some folks. I know what it means to me. Those words we use so freely. We misuse them, and I don't know if it's intentional or if it's just lack of knowledge. Because every person in your space that's in your AO is not your friend. This I'm a living testimony of that shit. This ain't nothing I'm thinking up out of the clear blue. No, this is real life shit. This is real life. And sometimes what you've been through is just what you've been through. It's what you come through. And right now, this is something I'm kind of come through, and I'm struggling with that because it didn't end with her. It started with her, and maybe it ended too. Maybe it was the beginning and the end all at the same damn time. Yeah, basically. What is a friend to you? Are there any expectations from a friendship? Or is it unspoken respect and consideration that's not even a thought? What is it? Do friends take advantage of you? Do they spread lies about you? Do they come in your house and eat your food and take your money and drink your drinks and then talk bad about you behind your back when you don't think nobody's listening? Is that what they do? I don't know, John. I'm asking y'all. This on some real shit. I'm really trying to figure out why I can't let this go. I figured it out. It was intentional. It was intentional. Nobody put a gun to her head. Nobody put a gun anywhere near her. Nobody tried to hurt her. She did it of her free will. Free will. That shit destroyed my life for the most part. Because you tried to make me out to be this fucking, excuse me, to be this person that I never was. And now that I look back on some of the things that that same person had done before, it makes sense. Because the devil hides in the darkness and in the light. Don't make no mistake. Because these Trojan horses, they multicolored. I would never in a million years would have that would have been my story with that person, with the Tracy lady. And that person has been able to keep it moving. Like one of her buddies, like my ex said, oh, she don't care, she good. I'm sure she is. She living her life. I'm sure she is for as much as she can. But listen here, the why is not important. The fact that you did that. It may not come back to you, but it's coming back, boo. I guarantee you that. You don't just do that kind of shit to think it's okay, because it's not. So I ask you guys again, what is a friend? What are the actions of a friend? Hmm? Ask yourself that. Well, shit, half of you ain't friends to your damn self. If I deserve something, I'm woman enough, man enough, whatever you want to call it, enough, not a man, but I have masculine centers. I'm masculine in my demeanor, and my thought processes rise. But we are both, we're not one dimensional creatures. You do know that. So you do have both sides. You know what I mean? What kind of person would do that? How many friends can you honestly say you have? And what dictates or what indicates a friend? How do you know they are friends? That's a dilemma for me because I'm confused. Now, I have some friends that I can say they have been there for me. So listen, this ain't about you. And I like the concept of the four agreements. With some stuff, I took this shit personal, and I haven't been able to shake that shit off because it was personal. And most times I try not to take stuff personal. This one, it still feels personal. Why would someone call themselves a friend? Why would they do that? I'm asking these questions because everybody's asking me. Even still, when I give them this scenario, because it still bothers me. I ain't no bullshit. It still bothers me to the day, y'all. Not to the point where I can't function. That's not get shit messed up, but I'm good. But it's still a thorn in my side, and it's deep in there too. What do you think the reasons were? Everybody asking me. I don't know. I can't for the life of me justify how that was friend-like behavior. And even because I heard this too. Well, maybe she felt bad for her. Or maybe she was her friend too. No, she probably could have been friend too, but what? But then I thought about it. The last time I had to break up with somebody, this same friend claiming familiar status of this person, they cousins now. What? So I look back on some of the things people said to me over those years. I was like, nah, she ain't like that. Get out of here. She good. Man, I should have listened to y'all, man. Y'all wasn't hating. She was. It's the only thing I could see. Like, why would you do some shit like that if you wasn't a hater? You already got your back blown out by by your pals who was disrespecting you without cause. And you turn right around and did the same shit. Like, what make you tell my wife that, Tracy? And then why would you lie and say you didn't even talk to her for 3 days? Why would you say that shit? When I know you just talked to her the night before. And you've been able to sit your ass over there all this time and not take no accountability for that shit. Well, that's what. Guess what? Today, I'm putting your ass on notice. You're a rat. You're a lying rat at that. And if you don't know my Philly crew, you know now. She's a rat. She talked behind my back to my wife, ex-wife, let's make that shit clear. And she said some things that were not true. And in the context that she said it, it made it seem like more than what it was. Now, I'm going to say this one more time. I don't know why she did it. But what I do know is that it was intentional. That I do know. So it's been eating me up trying to figure it out, you know. And I had a conversation last week with someone else who has a friend that's been that long in their life and just a friend. So like, how do you keep calling all these people fucking? How do you keep calling people friends all the time? Like, why do we do that? Is it the need to belong to some way and somebody? Why do we do that? Why do we accept stuff like that? Because there's no way she was ever my friend if she could have done something like that. Right? But I came through that shit for the most part because I looked at my part in all that and no, I wasn't innocent, but I damn sure wasn't guilty. Not to that degree. The punishment did not fit the crime. My friend gave the most damaging testimony. Friend gave the most damaging testimony and then lied about what she said. Like, wait a minute. Are you serious about this now? That's a coward. You's a coward. Somebody said, well, have you talked to her? For what? I'm talking to you now. This is as close as we gonna get. I don't know why you did what you did, but everything you did was intentional. Nothing could have been more intentional than what you said that night. If it was true, I wouldn't give a fig. I wouldn't give a shit if it was true. And the way that she put it was more damaging than what she said. And it wasn't one thing, y'all. It was multiple. I did my best to hold this in, but I ain't holding this shit. You understand? Able to walk around here in these little 5 years, living your life, doing your thing. You's a rat. You's a lying rat. And I don't know what kind of friends you used to, but if it's indication of what old girl did to you, you got what you deserved. I didn't. I got what you wanted me to have because your ass wasn't getting shit. So even my wife called you a second wife. I gotta look at her ass too, don't I? Nah, I don't. You lied, Tracy, and you lied to me when you said what you said. You lied, and I need you to know that this was a story in the beginning. I was gonna tell y'all a story about a girl named Tracy, but let's just go shit to the chaser. It ain't no girl named Tracy. This is a real life story. Why now? Because I said so. That accountability, everybody needs that, including my ass. I'm accountable for my shit. What about you, friend? Who's your friend? I tell you one thing. Number one friend you should have, besides your God or whoever you serve, your higher power, your lower power, your medium power, whatever you want to call it. You. You friend yourself. Because at the end of the day, boo-boos, that's the only people you're gonna be able to count on most of the time. If you got a friend that you know without a shadow of a doubt, they got you, they got your back without anything. They got your back. They got you. They ride or fly. They ride or die. They giving you the friend. What would make you consider a person not a friend? Hmm. This ain't about me. I told you my shit. It's about you. Figure that out. I'm a friend to me. I'll always be that. And I may not always do the right thing all the time because I ain't perfect. Don't want to be. Don't want no parts of it. I know what I know. I stand on my shit. I do what I do. I stand on that too. But you, how you try? The next person call me friend gonna catch a bad break. Unless you are one of those few, don't call me friend. I appreciate it if you don't call me that. I'm not I'm not your friend. I could be your pal. I could be your buddy. But don't call me your friend. Unless you're going to step up to that, that is not for the weak at heart. You got to be at least this high to ride this ride. That high. At least that high. If you ain't that high or above, keep it moving. Because if I ever find myself in a situation where they have that kind of friend energy, I'm gonna take a pass on that one, boo. I'd rather be by myself, drinking on my smoked tea in my shop right now until I'm ready to change. But intention, if you meant to do something and you did it, shame on you, you coward. Shame on you. Now, this story ain't here to protect the guilty or the innocent. It's accountability for me. And I sit here with anybody that stand on two legs, or whatever legs you stand on, whatever. You know what I mean? Don't get over it. I sit next to anybody that got something to say. What you can't say is much about me, because you don't know me enough. Because if you did, you wouldn't have done that dumb shit. You want to get to know me? Here it is. Straight up, no chaser. I ain't playing no games. I'm just not. I'm a friend. Now, we don't always get along because that's normal. I'm not envious. I'm not jealous. I don't want what you got. Nothing that you ever had do I want. I want you to have what you want because friends they ride for their friends. Not many people rode for me. I had to check myself to make sure I'm like, bitch, what is you doing? Ain't nobody riding for you? Like, all of them that rode out, bitch, what is you doing? I'm just being me. And when people don't like you in pieces, they try to pick you apart. But nah, I'm a whole person. You can't have pieces of me, baby. You got to have the whole thing. And friends are few and far between. But if you got a good friend of any sort, you're blessed. For the rest of us, no, not us. Because there are some friends I have. I want y'all to make that clear. I ain't calling no names because I don't have to. I'm gonna call the names for the dirty ones. The good ones, they already know who they are. I give them praise every time I see them, every time I talk to them. But this one, she needs light in a finger point. She's a yeah. That one got me. That one got me here. I ain't gonna lie. And just me being able to me still carrying that. It's a weight that I want to release. This is the way I release it. I let it go into the atmosphere and come with me. You hear that? So if anybody got anything to say, it could go at it, man. Because once you come on these airways, you're gonna get what you're gonna get. But I ain't never coming in with no bad intentions. I'm just coming in with truth, my truth, and only I can tell it. This is Roz'S World, and you don't have a say so here. You can listen, you can encourage, you can inspire, you can even debate. But this is my world, my story, my time, my way. That's about it, y'all. What is a friend to you? Look around your circles, man. Look around the places that you go to. Look around there and see who you got. Who you squad like. We ain't talking about the Jones is always, riding when you want to go to the club. We talking about a real goddamn friend. Because when it's sunny outside, baby, most people do that shit. But in adversity and shit that ain't going well, that's when your friends show up. And for me, not many showed up. That one in particular was intentional. She showed out. And now I want everybody to know. And if you got anything to say, don't tell me shit. Talk to yourself in that mirror and tell your God because you did that. That was a choice you made. There's no coming back from that. I just want you to know that I know you did it. That you know I know you did it. Now they know you know that I know you did it. Feel me? Hope you have a great day, though. Love you. Not you, chick. Love y'all. Peace out. Be good.